A beautifully designed space can completely change the way we live, work, and even feel inside our homes. Our next guest is known for transforming everyday spaces into refined, functional environments that blend creativity, balance, and modern design, all while guiding clients through every step of the process. Courtenay Dill Glander of CDG Architecture joins us now to talk about home transformation, sustainable design, and seeing the hidden potential of a space. Courtenay, thanks for being here at Live in the Bay.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, you have been named to the best of Marin. And so tell me, what are you doing and how are you serving your clients?
Well, I am focused on doing residential and small commercial, and I really hold the hand of my clients all the way through. So not many people know that oftentimes people will get architecture and permits and then the architect never shows up on the site. However, I'm always there from the very beginning to the end to make sure that everything comes to a completion and the client is super happy.
Yes, and one of your mantras is creative, dynamic, and gorgeous. I was thinking if everything could be creative, dynamic, and gorgeous, that would be a beautiful way of living. And so how are you incorporating that into everything that you do?
So what I try to do is really find, what are we trying to achieve, but then also make it gorgeous, also fold in all of those wish list items, and really bring to fruition what my clients want while making it fun and having a great time. I think that's what I bring to the table for my clients, and I have a lot of repeat clients, and I'm really honored that they keep coming back to me.
Yes, and one of the things that you do to help serve your clients is kind of seeing beyond the obvious. What does that mean to you when you are on a project?
So it is really interesting how clients often kind of get stuck in what their own home looks like. They really can't kind of see past what they already have, and that's where I think I have my most talent. I really scale back to see, what are they trying to achieve? How can we transform it? And how do we really bring an entire new design to maybe an existing house? And it's something that gives me the most pleasure and is so fun to do with clients.
I'm sure that's the biggest reward for you and the client, because like you said, the client sees this space, they've only seen it one way, and when you're able to completely transform that and make it, just a better space to be in, I'm sure that that is so rewarding for both of you. You kind of mentioned this earlier, and I want you to kind of talk about it a little bit more. You're with everyone from the whole process. How does that really change in terms of a client perspective when you are there every step of the way?
Well, I'm really your partner, kind of your guide through the entire project. I really become your architectural therapist and really walk you through. There's so many decisions. It's high cost. Construction is challenging, but I really hold your hand the entire way. And together, we really make decisions, and I think that's what really differentiates what I do.
Yes, and just to kind of reiterate that, how much of a difference does that make when you're on that construction job and maybe it's long or maybe there's an issues? What does that mean to have you there in that time?
Thanks for asking that. It's so interesting how if you're on site, you can avoid so many costs. Everyone talks about overruns or change orders, etc. But if you can make a smart decision on the fly in the field with a client, you can save so much money. And I have just seen that happen time and time again. So really being there, being engaged, knowing what the end goal is, and being able to quickly pivot or make a smart decision is what really makes a huge difference.
What kind of impact do you want to have on your clients when they are working with you and walk away from you? What do you want them to feel?
I want them to feel like they had an incredible experience. They can't wait to do it again, and that I am a trusted confidant, and that they're so thrilled and so excited about what we created together. I'm really blessed to have clients that we're on our 4th, 5th, 6th projects, and I think it really goes to show that creating that true bond and that connection and working together as a team is what makes it all happen.
Yeah, what does it look like to start the process with you? For anyone that is watching and they want to work with you, what does that look like to set that up?
Well, you always reach out to CDG Architecture. I usually try to really understand you, what you're trying to achieve, understand the pain points, really set the tone of what kinds of budgets are you trying to hit? What are you trying to achieve? And with that, we work together to then, you know, start off the process. But it really starts from that open communication and kind of understanding you and your project first thing.
Okay, Courtenay, it was so great to get to know you a little bit better today. I know that you are so passionate about your work and making sure that clients just have the best experience. So thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, if you want to learn more about CDG Architecture, head over to architectcdg.com.